Yesterday we counted our big collection, remember? And if you didn't have 30 things, you were going to go find something that had at least 30 things. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to write about our collection. We're going to draw a picture of what we did and we're going to write about it. Because remember, writing about math and numbers is an important thing to do when we move into first grade. So I started my drawing already, and remember I had letters because I used the Jolly Phonics letters, and so I started writing them. And right now, so far, I have one, two. I'm gonna just draw my letters here: E, F, G, H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and they were all piled on each other, which is why I'm drawing like that. And so far, I have one, two, three, four, and there are my extra letters there. We'll make a Q too. And this was my extra, okay? This was my plus six. I'm gonna write it like that, okay? So I need six more piles, because I had 10 piles plus six altogether. So I had four, make a pile here, make a pile here. And remember, when Mrs. Wheeler draws, I don't make it as neat as I expect you to make it, because I don't want to waste my teaching time doing that. You have to make it neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need four more, because 6 plus 4 is 10, and I had 10 piles. So I got 6. I need one here. I'm doing them on top of each other because my piles looked like that when they were on the ground. And P G R S A I T H. All right, let's count my piles now. I'm going to move these numbers away, and I want you to count your piles too. So I want to keep track of my counting, so I'm going to circle them so I know I've got it. I'm going to circle them. I'm going to say 1. I'm going to circle and I'm going to say 2. I'm going to circle and I'm going to say 3. Can you see that? Yep. I'm going to circle and say 4. I'm going to circle and say 5. I'm going to circle and say 6. I'm going to circle and say 7. I'm going to circle and say 8. I'm going to circle and say 9. I'm going to circle and say 10. And then remember, this is different. This is plus 6. So I'm going to count now. You ready? I'm going to count in order so I don't lose track. I'm going to count by tens. Can you count with me, please? Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I have 100. That's no good anymore, is it? Miss Wheeler needs to throw that one away. It's getting too. So I have 100 plus 6 equals 106. So my number is 106. Now I have to write my sentence about it. I'm going to write my sentence with you. So I want to say, I can say I have 106 Jolly Phonics letters altogether, or I could say there are. Remember, because scientists don't use the word I, and being a mathematician is a little bit like being a scientist. I'm going to let you do it either way. If you want to say I have, you can say I have, but I'm going to write there. And there, that's a tricky word, and it's hard to spell. See how I put my headline, midline, and baseline in, because I want to talk to you about that. I want you to do it properly. And when I write there, the first word is always uppercase. Let's write it in a different color so you can see it on that line. I'm going to write it in, I don't have very much to choose from, although Mr. Joy was awfully nice and brought me lots of colors. I'm going to use black. I'm going to say there, uppercase T, but it's TH. It's a digraph, right? There. That's a hard one. You just have to know that. There, and it's the word R, R. I will word wall so they can print it out and you can use it when you're writing. I need a space here. And I know that all my lowercase letters, only lowercase letters for the rest of the sentence, right? There are 106. I'm not going to write that word out because I haven't taught you to write 100 in. So I'm going to write the number in here. I'm going to say 1. And when you write a number in a line, you make it like it's an uppercase. It fills the whole line from headline to baseline. There are 106. Now, I'm looking at my line here. Do I have room to go, or do I have to come back down underneath? I have to come back down underneath. So I'm going to do that. There are 106. I'm going to make my midline, so I know where my lowercase letters have to start. There, and when I'm rewriting my sentence and I keep stopping, I need to go back and reread it so I remember what comes next. There are 106 I know that lowercase j goes down below the baseline. See that? And then my O stays between the midline and the baseline. But the lowercase l's go from top to bottom. And jolly, E-E, that's an alternative digraph E. That's a Y at the end of that one that says E-E-E. See that? There are 106 jolly. Now this is a weird one. This isn't, you haven't even learned this digraph yet. This digraph is P-H together. It says, let me turn it so you can see it. P-H together says, that's a weird one, I know, but it's that digraph. So I need a space and then I'm going to say phonics. Now look how my P goes below my baseline. Jolly phonics. And now I have to decide, is there room to write the word letters here neatly? I think so, if I give a space. Let's try it. I can always erase it and start over. O, E. Now I need to make it the digraph O, E, T. And it's letters. Okay. And a period at the end of my sentence. And that period, see how it sits right down on the line here. It does not float in the air. Do any of my words float in the air? Do any of my letters float up in the air? Are they all settled on the baseline? They're all settled on the baseline, and that's what I expect of you. All right, so your job today is to think about your collections that you counted yesterday, the big collections. Because remember, if you had something small, great. Like Abigail's, oh, she had all of those. I thought they were hair ties, but they're loom, they're bands for her loom for weaving. She had well over 100 of those. So she will be able to do that easily. She'll be able to easily write her sentence about those. But if you only had 5 or 6 things, or 10 or 12, or even 20, I want you to do something bigger. I cannot wait to see your papers. Please do a good job. Make sure you follow the rules when you're writing your sentence. I love you. I can't wait to see your work.